Hey, welcome to my guide for Riot Mode in the Callisto protocol. I'm going to be taking you through every single trophy here in Riot Mode in just over an hour. Comes up to about 1 minute 20. And it's quite easy this actually. We're pretty much going to be having infinite ammo and infinite healing items. And we're killing almost all enemies in 2 shots from your shotgun. And with infinite ammo, so it's not a problem. You do have to fight some tougher enemies like 2-head and some robots, but robots go down pretty quick, and with 2-head you can instant kill him by using your rampage mode. I'll explain it all as we go, guys. So yeah, Riot Mode, obviously part of the season pass. I'm not sure if it's free DLC or not, can't quite recall, but if you go through the rules, that explains pretty much how it works. And I'll just show you all the trophies. So complete wave 50, obviously we'll get that at the end. Spend 20,000 credits, you should get that naturally. Dismember 100 limbs should come naturally. Kill a 2-head with a hazard, we'll get that at some point. Survive 5 waves without spending any credits, we'll be doing that straight away. And you should power up 10 times, which should also come sort of naturally. And complete it for the first time. I'll be explaining as well, guys, exactly what enemies are on what waves. I have a text guide you can find linked in the description. That'll show you exactly what enemies are on what waves. For example, wave 1, there'll be 5 standard enemies. Wave 2 will be 6 normal enemies. And I'll explain it all once we get into each wave. Alright, so when you begin Riot Mode, for the very first time, there'll be these sort of power-ups around you, these perks. And you can't actually use them at the moment. But if you look, it says to obtain it, to unlock them, you have to get a certain amount of points. So the ones we want are the 3 which give you more ammo. So that one costs, what is it, 11,000? The one we want to go for is the highest costing one, 27,000 points. Because naturally, unlocking that one will unlock all the rest. So first things first, guys, just going to stay here, clean enemies when they come in. If you melee them, you'll get a little bit more points, so it might make this bit go a bit quicker. We don't have infinite ammo yet, or infinite healing items. That will be when we do the full run. What we're doing now, we're getting the trophy for going through 5 waves without spending any credits out of the way. And we want to get, you see the score on the top right? We want to get 27,000. So the idea is, just keep killing any enemies, get a trophy for going 5 waves without spending any credits. Once that trophy pops, then you can upgrade your stun baton, and then once you get score 27,000 or over, you can get killed to complete it. You need to get killed, don't quit or restart, because then it will not save your results. You actually need to get killed, and then when we start again, we'll be able to unlock them perks, and that's basically what we need to get infinite ammo, guys, and healing items. So like I say, wave 1 you've got 5 normal enemies. Wave 2 it's going to be 6 normal enemies. Your credits on the top left, that's what you use to buy things. And you see them 2 sort of gauges at the top and the middle. Obviously once you sort of score multiplier, I don't really worry too much about that. Because all you really need to focus on is getting up to wave 50, but we'll be doing that later. And your 27,000 points to begin with will come gradually. Your rampage mode, which builds up, you see that orange bar? That sort of increases slightly from damaging enemies and such. It does take quite a while to build up. And you need it for 2-head. To get rid of 2-head really quick, you need your rampage mode. So when there's a 2-head coming up on a certain wave, I will let you know a few waves in advance, so you know to save your rampage mode ready for that. But in the meantime, you really want to use your rampage mode as soon as it becomes available, or at the start of a wave. So you maximise it. You don't want to be using your rampage mode at the end of a wave, because you're probably just going to get 1 or 2 kills from it, and then it's going to deplete before the next wave starts. Yeah, because between waves there's probably like a pause of like 30 seconds before the next enemy spawn in. When it comes to your upgrades, which you buy from the chests around the map, the chests are always in the same place. The map is always the same layout. It's always the same enemies. There's no RNG elements in this. It's always the same. Yep, wave 3 guys, you've got 1 acid enemy and 3 normal. Yeah, layout, everything is always the same, costs are always the same as well. I mean, obviously the enemies might spawn in a different place, it depends where you are on the map. They normally spawn in a nearby vent or whatever. The traps, I don't really use them too much. When we kill Two-Face later with a trap, we just back him up into a fan like we do in the main story. Do that nice and easy. Yeah, when it comes to buying healing items, you can, around the map you've got your wall boxes, but you can buy 1 from a wall box on each wave. When you finish a wave and the next wave begins, that wall box will sort of get replenished and there'll be another health injector inside. Then you buy that and then you won't be able to buy anything, and the next wave it will replenish again. So that's how the health items work. Each wave you can buy a new one. Yeah, wave 4 is next. Wave 4, you've got 2 brutes, they're the fat types. You've got 1 acid enemy and you've got 5 normal. You've probably noticed by now your HP and the damage you do to enemies is similar to easy difficulty on the main game, which is a good thing. This could perhaps be very difficult if all the sliders, you know, the difficulty and the HP of enemies was like hardcore modes. Probably a lot different then. But yeah, probably going to get up to about wave 7, and then by that point should be near 27,000 points. But remember, go these first 5 waves without spending any credits. Once that trophy pops, then you can buy some things. Yeah, when there's last 3 enemies left, you normally get that red mark above the head. Just show you where they are. So hopefully that trophy shall pop now. 5 waves without spending any credits. Okay, I guess it pops on wave 6. Yeah, so wave 6 is when that trophy will pop. So wave 5 guys, you've got 1 acid and 3 normal. Yeah, some waves you get loads of enemies, and then other waves you don't get many at all. You get all enemy types for these waves. You'll even get little critters sometimes. Yeah, there you go, Horde mode. So that's a trophy for surviving 5 consecutive waves without spending any credits. So once you got that trophy guys, now you can spend some credits. I've almost got 27,000 points. I'm just going to upgrade my stun baton a little bit. Right, I've got over 27,000 points. That's all we wanted. Actually, buying items will actually give you some points as well. So once over 27,000, now we've got to die. Remember, do not quit or restart because it will not save your results. It does take quite a while to die actually. This is a good sort of display of just how much HP you have. I don't know if they start to do more damage to you as the rounds go up. I don't think you do. I mean, you'll see when we go to wave 50, the enemies, once we fully upgrade our weapon, every enemy dies in like 2 hits, no matter what wave they're on. So I think the HP in that's always the same. Yeah, you get so much HP on this mode. And there you go, that's Instigator. That's for completing Riot Mode for the first time. Right, so now we've got 27,000. I wanted to do it this way, guys. I know it takes about 6 minutes, but this is how you get infinite ammo. Right, so the perks we want to get are, you want to gain 1 ammo on kill with a shotgun. You can only have 3 perks active at once. So gain ammo on 1 kill with a shotgun. Dismember has a 20% chance to return ammo, and gain ammo on any purchase. That's it, gain ammo on any purchase, and the gain 1 shotgun ammo with a kill, probably the 2 best ones. And that dismember one just gives you a little bit more ammo to play with. Okay, so now we're going to go to where we're going to do this, where we're going to farm the 50 waves. So it's going to come up here. Don't worry if you take a few hits along the way. Like I say, we're going to have infinite healing items soon. Come up here take a right and come to this room over here. The challenges at the bottom, I don't really worry about them too much. And that one, find Elias' hidden stash. When you get that challenge, there'll just be a random box spawned somewhere. It won't be marked, but you'll know when you're close because you'll hear that sort of music box melody from the main game. And then normally in that box you just get credits or some ammo. Now here's your healing item. Each wave you're going to buy a healing item. So each wave. And every 5 waves the cost of the healing item will go up by 150, I think it is. So now it's 200. On wave 6 it will be 650. I think wave 11 it will be 800, and so on and so forth. So each wave, guys, yeah, buy a healing item. So I've just bought one. It should have restocked now. Now we're going on to wave 2. So once I get enough, I'm going to buy one again. There you go. So each wave, buy a healing item. This is how you're going to get your infinite healing items. Eventually, you'll probably have about 30 or so. It gets quite mad. And this is a room where I do everything. And what we're on now, wave 3, guys. Oh, sorry, wave 2. Wave 2, you got 6 normal enemies. So yeah, I'm just using my riot gun now. I'm just going to blast them all with the riot gun. That's all you're going to do. You're pretty much going to have infinite ammo. Each time you buy a healing item, you're also getting ammo. And each time you kill an enemy, you're getting 1 ammo back. And each time you dismember an enemy, you have 20% chance to get some ammo from it. Shotgun is very slow to begin with, but once we upgrade it, you won't reload it one by one. You actually reload every single bullet at once. So at the moment, with no upgrades, you reload 1 bullet at a time. Later on, you'll reload all 8 bullets at once, or all 12, depending on how. Can't quite recall how big the magazine gets. I think it ends up like 12 bullets or something, or it might be 10. So again, next wave is going to buy another healing item. You saw me get ammo back. And what we're doing, once we get enough credits, you'll see me go down to buy the upgrade for the riot gun. We are going to be buying upgrades for the riot gun, but we're going to wait until we've got enough credits. You want to keep buying them healing items, then once you get enough credits built up, then you go and buy each upgrade. So wave 3, you've got 1 acid and 3 standard, 3 normal enemies. I feel like the main game would have been fun if they did this. Just made it so you sort of had infinite ammo, and they made your weapons more powerful. I guess they did with dismember mode, but the problem with that is it disables trophies. Yeah, so once you get I think it's 1,400 credits for the first upgrade for the riot gun. So you're going to come down here, guys, in that door near the health injector. And get the first upgrade of 1,500. So once you get 1,500 credits, come down here, get the first upgrade, and then head back up. Wave 4 is 2 brutes, 1 acid, and 5 normal enemies. If you need to heal, guys, just use one of the many healing items we have. Yeah, so just back in this room, and again, just keep killing the enemies. I think there's 4 upgrades for the riot gun altogether. The last one will cost 4,200. I remember that. But with a final upgrade, you can actually keep buying it to restock ammo. But because it costs so much, 4,200, it's best just to keep buying the health injectors. What are we on now, guys? Wave 5. So wave 5 is 1 acid enemy and 3 normal. I like this spot because it's a big room. You can see all the enemies as soon as they spawn in. You know, not sort of spawning around the corner. And the counter, when the enemies jump over it actually slows them down a little bit. Just gives you a bit more breathing space. But you'll see later on, I actually go and stand near that robot door in the corner, just because it makes all the enemies spawn. It seems to make them spawn a bit quicker, and you can actually see them all without the counter in the way, you know, blocking your bullets. We see that robot door in the corner between the 2 fans. That's where the robots spawn from when they spawn, and also where two-head comes from. So when I say there's a robot in this wave or a two-head, they're going to spawn from that door. As long as you remain in this room, I mean in other rooms there's other robot doors, but they should spawn from the closest one, which is that one in the corner. Look at all this free ammo I'm getting. Again, make sure you use some rampage mode, guys, when you can. There's a trophy for using it 10 times. Like I said, I'll let you know in advance when there's going to be a two-head fight coming up so you can save it. So it's going to come back down here. Now I can buy another upgrade. This upgrade costs... how much is this one? 2,400. So once you get 2,400 built up, guys, come in here and buy your next upgrade. Just remember, make sure you've got enough to buy healing items. Once that riot gun is fully upgraded, you should kill almost every enemy in 2 hits, except for two-head. Even the robots die in almost 2 hits as well. Yeah, the weapons are more powerful on Riot Mode than what they are on the main game. Yeah, so what we're on now, guys. Sorry, wave 7, you got 1 brute here, 3 normal enemies, and 1 acid. On wave 8, you got 1 acid enemy, 6 normal, and 1 brute. And I'll just tell you, your first two-head is on wave 10. So we're going on to wave 8 next. So now you want to start saving up your next rampage mode, guys. Yes, start saving up your rampage mode ready for two-head. One thing is, this first two-head, we're going to lure him into a trap, so actually don't really matter. You're going to lure him into the trap. The first two-head you need to worry about is going to be on wave 20. So you've got a two-head on wave 10. You've got a two-head on wave 20. The one on wave 10 doesn't matter because we're going to kill him using a trap for a trophy. So yeah, if you need to, guys, just use rampage mode now actually. Right, wave 8, obviously keep buying your healing items. Don't forget them. I've got 9 at the moment. If you need to heal, just heal up, guys. Like I say, don't worry about it. So wave 9, you've got 1 robot. Like I say, robots always spawn from this door. Just 1 robot, that's all you've got for this wave. So as soon as he comes out, just shoot him a few times. You know the explosive canisters, there's one down there to the right. They actually seem to kill the robots in 1 hit. You should actually use that if you want. And that's it, that's the first robot down. So wave 10, now you're going to get 2-head, guys. I'm going to get another health injector. So we're going to kill him by knocking him into the fan for a misc trophy. So he's going to come out that door where the robot came from. Just going to heal up while I'm waiting. The great thing about using the riot gun as well is you're killing enemies so quick that it gets through the waves a lot quicker. It's probably why I've managed to do all these trophies in 8 minutes, whereas all the other guides take like 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, so just lure him into the trap like so, guys. Just make sure his back's to the fan and getting him to keep attacking you. By the way, if the robots or two-heads do hit you, they do not instant kill you in this mode. Yeah, you cannot get instant killed in this mode unless it's via a trap. Yeah, don't worry about two-head or the robots actually manage to get an attack on you. It won't instant kill you, just does a bit of damage. It's only the traps you need to watch out for. So yeah, just got that missed trophy, guys, for killing two-head with a trap. So what's next? Wave 11. So wave 11, you've got 2 acid enemies and 2 standard. I know the security officer type enemies are slightly different to the normal ones. I think they're a little bit more stronger. They seem to do 3-hit combos more often, the security type enemies. And of course on contagion mode they can drop pristine energy converters. But in this I've just classed the security officer enemies and the other type, the generic type. I've just called them all the same normal enemy types. So when I say normal, it can be either of them. So now we're just going to go and buy the next upgrade. This one costs 3,250. So once you've got 3,250, guys, come down here and buy the next upgrade for the riot gun. And the final one is 4,200. So all we're going to do now, we'll slowly make our way back up. And once we get enough, we'll keep buying the health injectors. And once you get 4,200, we'll come down here and buy the final upgrade. And then all we need to do then is stay in that big room at the top and just keep killing enemies until we get to wave 50. Yeah, so wave 12 is just 15 little critters. Yeah, very simple wave, but because you get one shotgun bullet back per kill, you don't need to have to worry about throwing them. You can just kill them, because when you kill it, you get that ammo back, so you're not really wasting any ammo. Yeah, you think killing the little critters is a waste of ammo, but it's not, because you're getting your shotgun bullets back. So getting another healing item. Back in here to my normal spot. So wave 13, you've got 2 bombers, you've got 3 normal enemies, and you've got 2 brutes. The critters, or basically every enemy except for the robots, 2 heads, and the little critters. Sorry, every enemy except for the robots, 2 head, and the bombers, they can't climb over the counter. But every other enemy can. Yeah, even the little critters can climb over the counters. So watch for that when you're on a wave where the little critters can spawn. But yeah, if you've got bombers or 2 head or the robots, they'll have to walk around the counter. So it's nice, easy to see them. And the counter makes it quite easy to avoid 2 head. If you ever come across a 2 head and you don't have any rampage mode to instant kill it, you can just keep jumping over the counters to avoid it. Quite easy. Yeah, stalkers as well. They're a bit of a pain in the ass on this mode. Probably the most annoying enemy actually, the stalkers on this mode. But yeah, sorry, wave 14 you've got 3 brutes and 2 stalkers. I think it's 3 brutes, it might be 2. I mean, I've listed it as 3. I always seem to miscount on this one. But yeah, more or less, you know, what I've got listed on each wave in my text guide is correct. Wave 15, you've just got 18 bombers. Yeah, so 18 bombers on this one. So you come stand over here, they'll all have to come around the counter. So it's sort of going to bottleneck them, they're all going to come at you from the same direction. So yeah, 18 bombers now guys, I think it's 18, if I counted right. You know when they're coming around because you see like a little light from their sack. And remember, the next 2 head is on wave 20. The good thing about this room as well is once you get to wave 50, you can just run into the fan to kill yourself and register the completion of Riot Mode. Yeah, after wave 50, I deliberately died. At that point, I had 500 riot gun ammo and I had about 30 healing items, 35 or so. So I feel with this strategy, you could just go on forever. It's so easy to do. It's a good room, and with the infinite ammo and infinite healing items, it just works out really, really well. The thing is, for the healing items, you have to prepare by buying a healing item on each wave. Because if you leave it till last, obviously, because you can only buy 1 healing item per wave, it's going to be a bit tricky to build up your stock. But this way, and obviously because they start off cheap as well, it just works out really well. And you get an ammo each time you buy one, you're getting all your ammo back. Surprised all the other guys don't use this. To be honest, I don't know why they don't use this strategy. Yeah, so you know that challenge for finding Elias' chest? Obviously that's what will happen. It will just spawn randomly. You'll hear the music melody and just go and loot it. You'll get either ammo or credits from it. So wave 16, you've got 2 stalkers and 6 normal enemies. I did look at a few of the guides that have done this. I just want to see if they've done it the same way as me. I always like to check that out, you know, just see how other people have done it compared to the way I'm doing it. Yeah, it's taking them longer, but I see they're meleeing enemies, they're running around completing challenges, and they get the gain. I think they all get the gain ammo on purchase. I think that's one of the best perks. They all get that. I think I've seen one of them get the gain 4 extra HP on each wave or something like that, or on kill. But again, I've tried quite a lot of the perks and a lot of them are useless. And there we go guys, final upgrade. So once you get 4,200, come down and buy the final upgrade. Now almost everything will die in 1 or 2 hits. So basically, you'll be getting 50% of your ammo back. Obviously, if you're far away from something, it's going to take much longer, like that robot. Yeah, what wave? Yeah, wave 17 is 2 robots, by the way. That's all that's going to spawn on wave 17. 2 robots. And now you want to start saving up your rampage mode. Remember, wave 20 is going to have a 2 head. You want to save it ready, so if you just shoot it once, it instant kill it. Wave 18, quite a lot of enemies in this one. So you've got 7 bombers, you've got 8 normal enemies, you've got 3 brutes, and you've got 5 critters. You don't really need to worry about critters too much. I mean, they don't really do much damage. And if they do jump on you, you normally kill them anyway by sort of shaking them off. Stabbing them with your shift. Yeah, 7 bombers, 8 normal enemies, 3 brutes, and 5 critters. They won't always spawn in the order that I'm mentioning them. I'm just telling you exactly what enemies are going to spawn on this wave. They do sort of have a set order to spawn. For example, the wave might start off with 2 bombers, and then when you've killed them 2 brutes will spawn, and then 5 critters, and then 3 bombers, and then once you've killed one of them bombers, 5 normal enemies will spawn. So they do spawn a bit differently, but key thing is just to know, you know, exactly what enemies types spawn, and then you sort of know what to look out for. Yeah, you don't want to be letting bombers run into you, so they can do a lot of damage. And when you need to heal up, guys, try to heal between waves, because you get a massive window to heal. Right, that's it. Wave 18. So wave 19, remember, save up your rampage mode, ready for wave 20. Wave 19, you've got 2 bombers, 3 stalkers, and 1 robot. The robot will come from the corner, that corner door. 2 bombers, obviously watch out for them. Yeah, the robot should come from this door. I think the robot spawns instantly on this wave. See, that's what you got to be careful for. I got hit by 2 bombers there. Probably should have stayed behind the counter and killed the robot from afar, or just picked up the explosive canister to the right of that door and lob that at him to kill him instantly. Just make sure you wait for him to come out of the doorway. I'm not sure if they can take damage properly until they actually come out of the doorway fully. So yeah, just finish off 3 stalkers. That's it, wave 20. So wave 20, guys, you got 1 2-head, yeah, big spender. That's suspended 20,000 credits. That should come naturally if you're doing this strategy. So you've got 1 2-heads, you've got 2 normal enemies, and 1 acid. So wait for the first enemy to appear, 2-head, and then use rampage mode. And then just 1 shot will kill him instantly. You probably noticed by now it takes you a few waves to build up your rampage mode to full. Here he is. So I'm going to use rampage mode, that's it, kill him instantly. I'm the danger, dismember 100 limbs in Riot mode. Like I say, that should come naturally. I think quite a few of these trophies will glitch on launch, they wouldn't pop. But looks like it's all fixed now. Okay, wave 21. Now you're going to get the blind enemies. I call them blinders. So yeah, wave 21, you're going to get 16 blinders. But 2 bullets should kill these. So 16 blinders, guys. And the next 2-face coming up, 2 heads, is going to be... The next 2-head is on wave 30. Yeah, so what I'll try to do, after I've killed a 2-head, I let you know where the next 2-head is coming up, just in case I forget to later. So you can plan ahead and make sure you've got rampage mode ready for that wave, so you can kill it instantly. They do die quite quick on this, the 2-heads. I mean, obviously a lot quicker than the main game. You still want to kill them the same way if you don't have rampage mode, you know. Just shoot them and then melee them when you knock them down. And then when they recover, start shooting them again. But yeah, the next 2-head is on wave 30. Later on, you actually get 2 heads spawn at the same time. Yeah, but the next one is wave 30, guys. So once you get to about wave 27 or wave 28, save your rampage mode ready for wave 30. Okay, so yeah, wave 21, 16 blinders. Keep buying your healing items. You can go down and get ammo now from here. You know where we've got a final upgrade for a riot gun? You can go and buy the final upgrade again. It doesn't upgrade the gun anymore, but it gives you a stack of good, like 20 or 30 ammo. But as long as you keep buying that health injectors, and with these perks, you should never run out of ammo. Right, so wave 22, you've got 5 blinders, you've got 7 normal enemies, and 4 brutes. So yeah, 5 blinders, 7 normal, and 4 brutes. Yeah, at this point you might want to go and stand near the... You'll see me do it later. I go and stand by the robot door just because you can see all the enemies better. The counter isn't in the way. But if you do that later, like when I do it later, be careful you do not get knocked into one of them fans. The safest spot is here where I'm standing. But standing near the robot door just makes the enemies come out a bit quicker, and it just allows you to kill them a bit quicker just because you've got a, you know, better line of fire without nothing in the way. And you sort of see all the spawn points. Because there's actually a spawn point around the corner here where the stalkers spawn from sometimes, and obviously you can't see around there. But when you stand by the robot door you can see everything in this room. So wave 23, you've got 3 stalkers, you've got 5 critters, you've got 6 bombers, and you've got 4 blinders. So let's mention that again, guys. 3 stalkers, 5 critters, 6 bombers, and 4 blinders. Whenever you get bombers, you probably do want to come and stand behind the counter anyway, just so they sort of bottleneck around that far left corner of the counter. You see them all coming. You can, you know, when you get these challenges, you can go and look around and complete them if you want to, but as you can see, there's not really any need to do it. Got so much ammo. 20 healing items already. I actually need to recover my health. I think that's one point where I think I get into red and I didn't realise. So yeah, just make sure you keep an eye on your HP. I know it's quite easy and you might forget to look, but yeah, keep an eye on your neck. Yes, I guess here comes the blinders. Some of these waves do get quite long. Obviously, the higher up, the more enemies you're going to get. There's a lot of different enemies on wave 25. Just try and look ahead to see what the worst wave is. Wave 44, you have 2 2-heads spawn. Nice. Wave 48, you've got 5 robots. 50, you've got 2 2-heads and 2 robots. Wave 51, I've put 50 normal enemies. I think that's a typo. There's not 50 normal enemies on 51. That's got to be maybe 20. It's got to be a typo. There's no way you get 50 enemies on that. Okay, so wave 24, guys. Wave 24 is 2 acid enemies, 6 normal and 2 stalkers. Yeah, so 2 acid, 6 normal and 2 stalkers. Yeah, I actually planned up to wave 55 and then I gave up. Not on this recording. I mean, when I was making a list of all the enemies on what waves, I did double check this. I went through it again, checking what I've wrote down. So it's pretty much more or less there. These enemy types on what waves and the quantities. So wave 25, you've got 2 normal enemies. You've got 2 brutes. You've got 1 stalker. You've got 6 bombers, and you've got 4 acid. I'll just repeat that again, guys. 2 normal. 2 brutes, 1 stalker, 6 bombers and 4 acid enemies. If you're ever in a wave and there seems to be 1 enemy left, but you just can't find it, it's not spawning, or you think you've killed any enemies and the wave's not ending, it's likely because you'll find sometimes the enemies don't want to spawn. And what I do if that happens, I just start running around the room and it will normally trigger them to spawn. So yeah, if that ever happens, the last enemies will not spawn. Just run around the room a bit, guys, and that normally triggers them to spawn. You do get quite a good suit for doing this. I didn't realise until... because Riot Mode was the last thing I did for my 100%. But if I realised you get that green, you get like a green suit, like a turtle, you know, like a turtle colour. It's like bright green. If I realised you got that, I would have probably done this earlier, just so I could use that for the main story. Yeah, look at that, I didn't even realise I was in the red. Yeah, we got so many healing items to play with. So wave 26, you got 2 robots, you got 4 standard, and 2 acid. Yeah, 2 robots, 4 normal, and 2 acid. Remember, we've got 2 heads coming up, guys. Wave 30 is going to be 2 heads. So make sure you got that rampage mode ready. So it's slowly building up now to me for max. So I'm just going to wait and save that now until wave 30. Yeah, probably about... you probably want to save your rampage mode 3 or 4 waves before a 2 head is going to spawn. That's probably a good spot to start saving it. I think there is one, there's later on there's a few waves where 2 heads spawns close together, and you just can't you can't build up your rampage mode in time for the next 2 head that spawns, and you have to kill them normally. I think, oh yeah, because on wave 40 you got 2 heads, and on wave 42 you got 1 2 head. Yeah, subject Alva, that's for using rampage mode 10 times. That would come naturally as long as you keep using rampage mode, guys. But yeah, I used my rampage mode here, and I probably shouldn't have. You probably should have saved it for wave 30. I can't, maybe I do recover it in time, can't quite remember. But wave 27, you got 3 acid, 5 blinders, and 1 stalker. Wave 28, you've got 2 bombers, you've got 3 normal, you've got 1 acid, and you've got 3 stalkers. I'm sure you know by now, but stalkers are the enemies which sort of go invisible. I think I call them stalkers just because that's what they call. I think from Horizon Zero Dawn, that's why I call them stalkers from that game. Yeah, so to mention it again, guys, you've got 2 bombers, 3 normal, 1 acid, and 3 stalkers. Yeah, I'm hoping to build up my rampage mode in time ready for wave 30. But I don't think I do. Yeah, I just hate the stalkers on this mode. So they attack you and then they bloody run away, and sometimes you shoot them as they go into the vent and you don't seem to do any damage to them. And obviously if you're not close enough, you do less damage, so it takes more hits to kill them. It's probably where you waste most of your ammo, actually, killing these stalkers from a distance. Yeah, so wave 29, you've got 3 stalkers, you've got 1 robot, you've got 3 bombers, you've got 3 critters, and you've got 1 acid enemy. Yeah, so 1 robot. You can either come over here, try to kill him quickly. See that explosive canister to the right? You probably want to pick that up, so that kills him instantly. And again, I probably shouldn't have come over here. I don't know if it's the first enemy that spawns. No. Here she comes. Yeah, so be careful. The thing is, if you're in this corner, be careful you do not get knocked into a fan. If you get knocked into a fan, guys, it's like instant death. I think that's the only worry about this room. You can get instant killed if you get too close to a fan by mistake. Yes, if you remember, we've got 3 stalkers, 1 robot, 3 bombers, 3 critters, and 1 acid. You can actually lock that door if you take out a fuse beside it. Then, because what will happen if you accidentally go too close, it'll open automatically, and then enemies might spawn down there, and it might just slow down the wave a bit. Yeah, so we're going into wave 30 now, and my rampage mode isn't maxed, so I should not have used my rampage mode in, was it wave 27? I shouldn't have used it. It's not a big deal, which means I'm going to have to kill, I'll show you how to kill the 2 head normally, I guess. But yeah, on wave 30, guys, you're going to have 1 robot, 8. I think it's 8 normal. I've put 8 plus, so I wasn't sure. You got 1 robot, 8 normal, and 1 2-heads. I'll try and count them here actually. You remember, the 2-head has to walk around the counter, so you can actually just jump over each time to avoid him. Trying to count these normal enemies. I think that was that 6? I think it's 8. I'm just going to leave it as 8. I think it's 8. Yes, the 2-heads. I've got rampage mode ready now. He's almost dead. There's probably no point wasting it on him. And you know 2-head, you know when you knock him down and you melee him and he pulls his head apart, don't attack him during that animation because you don't do any damage. I think your bullets actually go straight through him. And careful you do not dodge into the fan. Like I was probably getting quite close then. So be very careful. That's it, got him. So that's wave 30 done. The next 2-head is on wave 40, guys. So next 2-head is on wave 40, but wave 40 you're going to have 2 spawn at once. So wave 31, you got quite a lot of different enemy types here. You got 2 acid, you got 3 stalkers, you got 2 blinders, you got 8 normal enemies, you got 1 brute, you got 2 bombers, and 1 acid. So yeah, quite a wide range of enemies here. 2 acid, 3 stalkers, 2 blinders, 8 normal, 1 brute, 2 bombers, 1 acid. I guess a good thing here is there's only a small amount of each enemy type, except for the normal enemies where you've got 8. But yeah, all the other enemies that spawn, there's only like 2 or 3, or even 1. What's my ammo like? 390 ammo. But it's nice how, it's good isn't it, how quick this kills the enemies. And that you reload every single bullet at once. Yeah, why did they make the weapons more powerful than this? They should have let us do this in the normal game. Would have made, you know, they could have at least made New Game Plus. You know, possibly made some new upgrades available in New Game Plus, something like that. Or even the perks. The perks would have been nice, wouldn't they? These perks in New Game Plus. Imagine having these perks in New Game Plus. You just like each time you find an item, you get ammo. Missed opportunity that. Right, so what I'm doing here, I've got so many credits. I'm just gonna make a trip down here where the riot gun is, and just buy some more ammo. I don't really need to. I'm just showing you another way. So yeah, you know this box, you can just purchase it again, guys, and it'll give you more ammo. Yeah, you'll get like a stack of like 24 or so. There you go, so much. So I've got over 500 ammo now. Right, so what wave are we on, guys? 32. You've got 10 bombers. You've got 1 robot. You've got 1 acid, and you've got 9 blinders. Yeah, 10 bombers, 1 robot, 1 acid, and 9 blinders. Oh yeah, the reason I went to do that is because I had that. I completed that challenge where it like refunds 2 or 4 purchases. They're good challenges. You have to make sure you got enough credits in the first place to buy it. But then you go and buy it, and it doesn't spend any money. I think that's what I was doing there actually. Yeah, like them challenges on the bottom. I mean, if it's one like this, like dismember 6 enemies, I mean, you can try and do that quickly before it expires. But this is what happens if you keep changing rooms. It takes ages for enemies to spawn, because obviously they're moving around rooms. Yeah, the dismember challenges, you don't have much time to do them. So wave 33. Yeah, wave 33, you got 3 stalkers, you got 7 acid, and 3 stalkers, 7 normal, and 5 acid. That'll be on the next round. Like I say, 2-head isn't until wave 40. So when you get to about wave 37, don't use your rampage mode. So you can use your rampage mode up until wave 37, and then whether you just used it or not, just start building up full rampage from wave 37 and do not use it. This round is going on forever. Changing rooms seem to have messed up the spawn. You get a good window between waves, so you might want to use that. You know, when you go and buy ammo, you might want to use that as a time to go and get your ammo. You know, just wait until a new wave's about to begin and then head down there. Right, so yeah, wave 32, guys, like I said, 3 stalkers, 7 normal, and 5 acid. Yeah, we're getting there. Wave 33. About 20-25 minutes left. Them challenges which heal your health, don't worry about them. You've got your, I mean, I've got what? I've got 30 health injectors. Do not be distracted by them challenges. Yeah, I think it's very easy to get distracted by them. I think when I first played this, I wanted to complete them, but they just don't really do much. It adds a bit more. I guess it adds a bit more to Riot Mode. You know, makes it a little bit more interesting with just, you know, something else to do. Yeah, just not really any need to do them when you get so overpowered. Yeah, so you can just take a fuse out the door like this and then it won't open. But I don't know if enemies can still spawn behind it if you get too close. It sort of glitches up a bit. So I always leave it unlocked. Oh, that's a few enemies. That's it, wave 33, another one in the bag. So wave 34, on this one you've got 4 acids, 4 brutes, you've got 5 blinders, you've got 8 normal enemies, and you've got 3 stalkers. Rampage mode would be good for this wave actually. Or maybe even wave 36. Yeah, if you get rampage mode, save it for, use it now or use it on wave 36. But remember, on wave 37 you want to start saving it up, ready for wave 40. Yeah, good thing about rampage mode as well, with these perks, you kill thing in one shot and you're not wasting any ammo, because you're just getting your ammo back instantly. You can actually use that, you know, that notification you get when you get an ammo. You can use that as a sign that you've killed an enemy. For example, if you kill an enemy from range, it's quite far away. Sometimes it can be tricky to tell if the enemy is dead or not. But if you see your ammo get replenished, then you pretty much know you've killed the enemy. I mean, it could be replenished from dismembering them with that 20% chance of getting ammo. But more or less, you know you've killed an enemy if you get 1 ammo. So wave 35, guys, you've got 4 robots in this one. And I'm just going to show you with the canisters. So 4 robots. They're all going to spawn from that corner door. You'll see that seems to kill him instantly. I meant to throw them both, but the first one blasted the second explosive canister out of the way. They die so quick. We should be thankful it's not got them enemies from Final Transmission. You know them infected robots, which are really tough to kill. Glad they're not on it. So wave 36 now. Yeah, wave 36, you've got 10 critters, you've got 1 stalker, you've got 10 normal enemies, you've got 1 bomber, and you've got 5 acid. So yes, it's only 1 bomber, so you don't need to worry about too much about them sort of hitting you, so it's only 1. But yeah, I'm putting this up today, guys. Hopefully I should get contagion mode and hardcore mode up by the end of the weekend. That's my hope. So at the end of the following weekend, we should have all the guides up for Callisto Protocol complete to get all 100% trophies. Yeah, so that rampage mode I'm building up, I don't think it's going to quite build up before the end of this wave. So I'm going to save it now until wave 40. I think I do. I don't think I use it in wave 37. Guess we'll see. You know when it says sometimes Volt plus, as if a Volt killed them. I'm not entirely sure what that means. I don't know if when an enemy glitches up and they spawn inside a trap or something. Look, Volt again, plus 56. Oh, it's when you're vaulting over a counter. Got it. I never realised what that was, so I thought it was some sort of trap. But it's when you're jumping over the counter. Obviously, you're vaulting over it. You get points. You get points for jumping over something? Bloody hell. Yeah, I think this is where I moved and I decided to stay over here. Just because I see all the enemies spawning a bit quicker. Just staying in the robot door. Just if you do stand in this corner, just like I say, be careful you don't get knocked into the fans. Right, 36 done, 37 will begin. So 37, we've got 5 critters, we've got 10 normal enemies, we've got 1 robot, we've got 5 bombers, so be careful, and we've got 5 blinders. Yeah, if you get a 2-head spawn or robots, do not stand in this corner because you can get sort of you can get comboed to death in a way. Like one enemy, like 2-head will attack you or dodge into an attack of another enemy, and that will just keep happening. So yeah, you probably see later on, I do actually get stuck in like I get stuck with just some enemies sort of comboing me to each other, and me, you know, me dodging into their attacks. So just be careful when you have a 2-head spawn or robots and you're standing in like an open area. You'll see me do it, and I'll say to you for this wave, go and stand behind the counters. Yeah, just give you a bit of warning about that. Yeah, we'll have 1 robot spawn in here. The thing is, you know, with 2-head, when you dodge his attacks, it's like it's a massive dodge that you do. And if you've got 2 2-heads or a robot, you're just gonna dodge into another attack and it'll knock you down, and you'll get stuck in like a loop of dodging, getting attacked. So you've got to be careful. And the thing is, because you're near the fans, you don't want to dodge into the fan by mistake. But yeah, that's mainly when the 2-head spawn. So when the 2-head spawn, you probably do want to make sure you're behind the counter, even if you've got rampage mode active. Yeah, make sure you're behind them counters, just so you don't get stuck in like a dodge and attack loop from the enemies. So yeah, this is the blinders now spawning, the 5 blinders. Obviously they spawn at the end of the wave. So wave 38, remember there's a there's two heads coming in wave 40. So save up your rampage mode ready for that. Wave 38, you got 10 normal enemies. You got 5 brutes and you got 5 blinders. Remember to keep buying them healing items. Yeah, 10 normal, 5 brutes and 5 blinders. It's nice when you just got sort of normal enemy types. So they seem spawning a lot quicker. You know, just normal foot enemies, you know, like acid, standard, brutes, blinders. Yeah, it's when you get stalkers and the critters and such. The critters seem to glitch up a little bit when they spawn. And the stalkers will keep climbing back in the vents. And wave 39, you're going to get 15 normal enemies. Yeah, wave 39, you got 15 normal enemies and 5 brutes. For wave 51, I've just put 20 plus standard. Really can't remember how many. We don't need to go that high anyway. I think you have to complete wave 50, and that's from the trophy pops for reaching wave 50. I think it is. We'll see when we get there. Yeah, so wave 39, like I say, 15 normal and 5 brutes. Save your rampage mode, ready for wave 40. Wave 40, you've got two heads, you've got 2 brutes, you've got 1 stalker, and you've got 4 acid enemies. Yeah, this is what happens when you stand in this corner. You'll be dodging a lot because too many enemies get around. It seems to be a little bit quicker because the enemies sort of they swarm you a bit quicker. That's why I'm standing here, just trying, you know. But you'll get attacked a lot more and you'll be dodging more, so you've got to be careful. But yeah, you can see they do swarm you a bit quicker than when you're standing behind the counter. Remember, try to heal between waves if you can. Yeah, this is what I mean. You're dodging a lot. It's a little bit risky. It's more risky here than behind the counter. I can't imagine getting killed by the fan on like wave 49. How annoyed would you be? One enemy left, wave 49, and he dodged into a fan. Right, so here we go, guys. Wave 40. 2 heads, 2 brutes, 1 stalker, and 4 acid. Be ready with that rampage mode. I think that both the 2 heads, I think they spawn at the same time, pretty much. 2 heads. Yeah, here they go. Rampage mode. There we go. Nice quick kills on them. 1 stalker. Then all we've got now is 2 brutes and 4 acids. No, it's actually quite a quick round if you use rampage mode. That's it, it's done. So wave 41. Remember what I said, you've got another 2 head coming up in wave 42. You've actually got 2 heads in wave 42 and wave 44. But in wave 44 you're going to have 2 heads spawn again. So the 2 head on wave 42, try to kill it normally. You're gonna now you want to try and save your rampage mode up ready for wave 44, because you're going to have 2 heads spawn in that one. So wave 41, you've got 6 stalkers, 5 normal, 4 brutes and 5 blinders. What we are? We're 1 hour in, guys, so we've got like 20 minutes left. Yeah, 6 stalkers, 5 normal, 4 brutes, and 5 blinders. So yeah, kill all these, and then wave 42 the next one. Remember, it's going to be a 2-head. There's quite a lot of enemies in the next one, along with a 2-head, quite a lot. Wave 46, you've got 25 bombers. That's quite a lot. The gate fuse, you probably see on the left there. Yeah, you can buy gate fuse and the battery packs. Obviously, I never use my battery on this, so you don't need to worry about your battery packs. But gate fuses, you use them for traps, and normally once you use a gate fuse, the trap will be active for like about 30 seconds, and then it'll deactivate, and then the gate fuse will be gone. There's a chest downstairs to buy the gate fuses from, and similar to the health injectors, they'll keep going up in price every wave. I guess the battery packs are the same, but I've never really focused too much on them. The gate fuses will go up in price every 5 waves, like the health injectors. But with the gate fuse, you can actually buy the gate fuse. You can repeatedly buy them. It's not like 1 per wave, like health injectors. The gate fuses, you can buy them you can just go down there, spend all your credits, get all the ammo from the box. You know, if you've got the perk, gain ammo on purchase. But we don't need to, but I'm just letting you know that information. The gate fuse box down the bottom of the chest, and you can constantly buy from it. So wave 42, guys, you've got 1 2-head, you've got 1 robot, you've got 11 normal enemies, you've got 10 bombers, and you've got 3 acids. So yeah, just be ready with these, guys, and you might want to make sure you're behind the counter for these, so you don't get sort of stuck in a dodge and attack loop. Yeah, just say again, 1 2-head, 1 robot, 11 standard, 10 bombers, 3 acids. So you can see here, he doesn't instant kill you, but you can get stuck in a loop. I mean, I was stuck in a bit of a dodge and attack loop then. So you've got to be careful with 2-head. If there's other enemies around, you'll get stuck in the loop. So you just bait him around the counter like so. You can keep doing this actually. Keep baiting him around the counter while you destroy all the other enemies, and then focus all your efforts onto 2-heads. I think I've got him now anyway. Yep, got him. Save your rampage mode for wave 44. Like I said, in wave 44 there's going to be 2 2-heads. So save your rampage mode for that if you can. Shouldn't be many more enemies on this. Oh, I still got all the bombers to come, yeah. Yeah, you get 10 bombers, remember, on this wave. I haven't got the bombers yet, have I? Yeah, 10 bombers are going to come. I know rampage mode would be helpful here, but you really need it for wave 44. I think after these bombers, this is when the acid enemies spawn, and I think that's pretty much it for this wave. Yeah, these guys, the acid enemies, and then wave will end. before they spawn at the same time. Yeah, 3 acid. I guess the 3 acid are the last enemies. There we go. So wave 43, you've got 13 blinders and 8 acid, which are going to spawn. Yeah, 13 blinders and 8 acid. There's actually health injector wall boxes. There's more than that. There's more than that one around the map, so you can actually buy more on each wave. But obviously, it means you've got to keep running around the map each time, and it's going to slow down the time you spend on this. Will increase the time. Yeah, wave 44, the next one. You've got 2 heads, but on this one, wave 44, they won't spawn at the same time. One spawns at the start of the wave, and one spawns at the end. So you have to be very quick if you want to try to kill them both with the same rampage mode. Because if you're not quick enough, you'll use rampage mode, you'll get to kill one, and then the rampage mode will expire before the second 2 head spawns. So you've got to be really quick. You know, killing the enemies. So yeah, wave 44, guys. You'll use rampage mode. Wait until the first 2 head spawns and then trigger it. You got 2 heads, like I say, one will spawn at the start, one will spawn at the end. You got 5 bombers, you got 4 stalkers, and you got 3 acid enemies. And after this, your next 2 head is going to be wave 50. So yeah, after this, your final 2 heads will be on wave 50, guys. So yeah, wait for that 2 head spawn, that's it. Then you want to use your rampage mode. Right now, hopefully, yeah, this where I got a bit. Oh, there he is, and there's the second one. Yeah, so in this one, probably try to kill a few enemies to begin with before you start killing the 2 head. Kill a few enemies and then trigger the rampage mode. Kill the first 2 heads, and then the second one then should spawn just before rampage mode runs out, like it did for me. Alright, so wave 45, sorry. Wow, we've got a lot of stalkers here. You got 12 stalkers on this one, 12 stalkers, and 2 normal enemies. Yeah, 12 stalkers and I think what did I say? 2 normal. There's actually not too many stalkers left after this. We've got 2 more. We've got 2 more on wave 47, and we've got 2 more on wave 49, and then that'll be it then until the trophy pops. This next wave, we've got wave 46. We've got 18 critters and 25 bombers. You hate these enemies on this, they're such a pain in the ass. Yeah, make sure you're not too close to a fan. If one of them stalkers jumps on you, they seem to knock you back quite a lot. At least when there's 3 enemies remaining, it sort of tells you where the stalker is. You know, the marker. That's it, yeah. So wave 46, guys, like I say, you've got 18 critters and 25 bombers. '48's a real quick one, because 48, all you've got is 5 robots, and then it's over. The pressure's building up now. You're almost near the end. But don't bottle it now. So close. Don't get too close to them fans. Yeah, 18 of these and 25 bombers. It's good to come here for the critters because at least you can see all the critters as soon as they spawn. If you're behind the counter and the critters spawn, you can't see them until obviously they jump over because they're so tiny. I think it's 18 of these. I might have miscounted. Sometimes it's hard to tell because sometimes you kill 2 at once, or you know, or you don't kill one and you think you did. '25, got a lot of these to kill. Don't know why there's so many. This next wave, wave 47, we've got 4 acid enemies, we've got 11 normal enemies, we've got 2 stalkers, and we've got 9 blinders. It's good how your ammo just never seems to move due to them perks. And my healing item seems to be sitting on 30 now, because I'm healing quite a lot, so I'm not really making many more at the moment. I'm still buying them, but just because I'm healing a lot more, they don't seem to be going up. But it's nice to have just 30 healing items sitting there, because then you're just not worried about getting damaged then, because you just got so many healing items to play with. There we go, 46. Yeah, so again guys, 47, you've got 4 acids. You've got 11 normal, you've got 2 stalkers, and you've got 9 blinders. And you want to start saving up your rampage mode now as well, ready for wave 50. Wave 50, you've got 2 heads and 2 robots. You want to start saving up your rampage mode, ready for that. I think it might be wave 50 where I get stun locked a little bit with the dodging and attacking loop. We'll see very, very soon. 4 acid, 11 normal, 2 stalkers, 9 blinders. I'm going to assume the blinders spawn last. Oh no, guess not. No, yeah, they're normal enemies, ain't they? The blinders most of the time do seem to spawn last. I don't know why, but yeah, they always seem to spawn last. So quick though, just blasting them all with the shotgun as soon as they spawn. Can you imagine meleeing all the enemies all the time? It'd take forever. Here they come, the blinders. There should be 2 stalkers as well. Have I killed them yet? I think, guess I did. I missed that bit where I killed them. Right, that's it guys. So wave 48, you've got 5 robots. So it should be a quick one to get through. That's all you've got, 5 robots. Remember, save that rampage mode ready for round 50. Yeah, that's nice. Kills them, sort of kills them instantly, the explosive canisters. That's it. So 49, almost there, guys. So for 49, you got a wide range of enemies here. You got 1 robot, you got 2 stalkers, you got 5 normal enemies, you got 5 brutes, you got 2 critters, and you've got 5 blinders. So quite a wide assortment. I think the robot comes first. I mean, it's first on the list, so I just assume that spawned first. Well, more or less, spawns for the stalkers at the start. Like I say, 1 robot and 2 stalkers. You then start to get your 5 normal enemies. Yeah, like I hate them. You're shooting them, and when you're about to shoot them, they run into a vent. I think it's gone invisible now. So after you kill the normal enemies, that should start spawning the brutes. The good thing about this as well, using the shotgun, you seem to kill them all before they get a chance to mutate. So you're killing them in their weakened state as well. You know, not in their more powered up state when they've mutated. I don't if I killed any mutated enemies. No, I don't think any of them mutated. They're always dead before they get a chance to mutate. Right, so now spawning the blinders. You've got 2 critters, but it's nothing dreary. 2 critters, what's the point? I guess so they can nibble at your feet, I guess, distract you for a minute. So you actually look down at your ankle. See it latched onto your big toe or something. Yeah, so wave 50, make sure you got rampage mode ready to use when we need to. So on this one, you got 2 heads and 2 robots. And that's it. Completing this one should get the final Riot Mode trophy, guys. Well, there we go, instant kill. Should be 1 more and 2 robots. I guess there's obviously a bit of time between, there's a bit of a window between when that one spawns and the next. Thing is, I don't remember it taking this long before. Look at that. So maybe what you want to do there, just expired in time. Yeah, bait the first one around for a little bit before you use rampage mode. Because otherwise, that might happen. They might just bugged out a bit. I don't know. But then that won't happen. You know, rampage mode runs out before the next 2-head appears. Yeah, just be careful like this. You do not want to dodge into a fan. I should be behind the counter here, because I think the robot's spawned now as well. Got him. Okay, so just got to finish off the robot, guys, and that should be it. There we go, Big Game Hunter. Complete wave 50. That's it, and that's all you got to do, guys. So I think I just kill myself now. I kamikaze. Yes, I've come into all my trophies, 100%. There we go, got them all. That's it, pretty simple, right? With that that little strategy there. Yep, so hopefully you've got them all, guys. That's Riot Mode completed. I'll just go and kamikaze. Yeah, I could keep going, but what is the point? That's it. I don't know why it says you survived 49, basically survived 50. I think it's because you have to let it progress onto wave 51 before it say 50. But yeah, that's it, guys. All the Riot Mode trophies. Oh yeah, and before I go, This is a nice suit you unlock. So it's sort of like a big green turtle suit. Pretty cool looking. Like I said, this would have been nice for one of my hardcore Contagion playthroughs. Yeah, so look at that, bright green, pretty cool. So I hope it helped, and hopefully I'll see you on hardcore and Contagion at the end of the week. So thanks for watching guys, and catch you next time.